everybody, welcome to the channel. In today's video we'll be discussing, I forgot the name of this game, Rebirth Champions Ultimate. Just to talk about if the game is actually dying or if it's kind of staying active. I do think the game isn't gonna die because, well, it has weekly updates and the updates contain content, so I don't think this game is going to die anytime soon. But it doesn't have that much players except for update days. On update days it gets like, I don't know, 70-80k, sometimes more, but other than that it's like 20k and falling, so I think it might actually die eventually, but it is kind of a lot more pay to win than you might expect. Like I bought a lot of game passes, but as you can see I've barely used any Roblox, but I didn't have a single secret my first 5 million eggs despite having secret hunter. It took me 4.7 billion eggs to get a secret. Even with having secret hunter, I don't know, like I think 200,000 eggs in or something. That's when I bought all of these sort of luck game passes and such. So I do think it's too pay to win in a way, but at the same time not really, because I think it's kind of an RNG game, which most Roblox games are, because even with the game pass it took me 4.7 million to hatch my first secret, and then about 1.5 million extra eggs to hatch a second secret, which was this one. I didn't hatch a single secret in, I don't know if this was the secret I hatched. I think it might have been. So basically in 2 updates I didn't hatch a single secret, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, I will take it. So I do think that the constant new pet releases and updates do keep the game alive, and there's always something to do. Like obviously they've just taken away some of the grinding people actually didn't like to do, which is pretty awesome. And then I've added this. As an example, I don't farm wood anymore. I just use the lumberjack guy, send him out for 6 hours at a time. And then he just brings me wood. So yeah, I've done normal wood, cactus, nuclear, and such else. So I do think there's always gonna be something to do, because they've added, as an example, a new farm, new trees every update pretty much, which they most likely will in the next one. I actually can't sneak peek. But yeah, I do think that that the game isn't gonna die. I also do think there's a possibility it does, because like a lot of people wanted masteries, but it's not like these actually do that good. Like yeah, you get a little bit of extra luck and an egg open, but you had to hatch, I think it was 1 million eggs to get this max, which isn't actually that much. It's about a week, so it's not that bad, and you can actually craft items, which I kind of like. But I don't like how hard it is to get supremes. Ultimates I completely understand, but supremes are pretty rough. And if you just go to spawn and take an example, like this is without a doubt the fastest as well as easiest way to get a supreme. I don't know if I'd say fastest, but if you're just a decent player, like you just join a top 25 clan, which of course the seasonal one, which has what's it called, 274 2D. So like that's a lot. Like we're at 12 right now, slowly creeping up on 11. So I think we'll secure this pet pretty soon actually. Just pretty much next update I get, not the one on Friday, but the one after that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this pet because that is gonna be my second Supreme. I decided not to trade for the new Supremes, as I'm probably gonna be staying in this clan because, well, I'm upgrading my team and I'm not exactly at the bottom anymore. Like I was at the bottom when I joined, but now I'm up here, so I think I'm doing pretty good. And then the seasonal as well. But do think that these two things kind of saved the game, but also made it more to pay to win. As an example, like Harvey, he actually could potentially get banned. Like I've mentioned this previously, but I did find out that what he's doing isn't actually against the rules, because it's not him that's buying the tokens, it's because he knows people. As far as I understood on a guy that talks a little with him, he knows people that make games, so they just buy tokens and give them to him, as well as give him pets and such for completely free. I do think that should be against rules actually, getting free stuff, but it's not, and that's completely fine. So yeah, but as you can see, like it's kind of pay to win, because you need to have a guard team for this. like with all of the boost I've on right now, I'm only doing 3.40, and I think you need to do over like 10.0 to get on this leaderboard. And with the amount I'm behind right now, I think I need to do like 20.0 for the rest of the season to catch up. And that's just to get this, which doesn't even look like a Supreme. I don't think it's a Supreme actually. I don't think it's a Supreme. It doesn't look like one. Like this one looks like a Supreme. This one looks like an Ultimate, which it is. But anyway, we can just check. Holy, that is a small Supreme. But yeah, I do think these two things is kind of what keeps the game alive, because personally, I feel like there's something to actually grind for and something that's worth spending your time on, which is kind of just AFKing. I just AFK a lot right now and kind of get about one toxic eternal every day, sometimes every other day, but it helps a lot. So this is definitely a thing that contributes to the game actually staying this much alive, is because it's constantly something to grind for. Because if you're in a good client, you just like get a free Supreme pin, and I won't call this free because I've spent, if we take a look, I've spent 999 Robux in this game. I don't even know why I checked that video now. And the rest is tokens that I've either traded for or some of my friend he owed me. So yeah, I'll take that. So that kind of just makes me pretty much free to play, and then obviously selling pets make it a lot easier. I have 10 of these pets, but I don't know, I would probably just sell 50 each, just get tokens from selling them. I might actually go ahead and do that as I upload this video. But yeah, I do think that those things, and that they constantly add new index rewards, actually help keep the game alive, as well as new upgrades. They're pretty expensive. I don't think even Harvey has enough for this one. He might, but I just can't see him have this much. It doesn't make sense. It's a lot of gems, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it is supposed to last for a couple of updates, and pets just get better and better, meaning people get more and more rebirth. So I think that getting better and better pets is also gonna keep the game alive, because you want to have something to grind. So the fact that they upload a video weekly that has some good content, I think is what keeps the game alive. And then you can obviously roll aura. Like I rolled, I don't know if I mentioned in the previous video, but I rolled a Void Aura and a Radiant Aura. I sold my Radiant one because it was, I think, 275 if I'm not mistaken percent clicks, and it's just the clicks I have them for. So I just sold that one because I got 870 tokens or something for it, so it's pretty decent. So I think most items in this game is actually intended to make it addictive, which obviously is the point of the Roblox game, is kind of to make it addictive. So yeah, trading as an example, like that's addictive because you basically cannot lose if you just know what you're doing. Like if you hedge your pets yourself, then you can sell them for whatever you feel like, and you've made completely free profit. But let's take an example. If I were to buy these, I wouldn't be able to sell them because I don't think they even sell anymore. So yeah, that probably wouldn't happen. So like most items you wouldn't be able to flip at all, which means if you just hedge it yourself, you can actually make some relatively solid profit. That has some cool bits. So then catching yourself is what makes this game so nice, because you have infinite profit. Like I could just do this, right? And just put in these 5 for, let's say, 50, right? Just do, oh, I forgot that. Let's do this, right? These will 100% sell. It's just a matter of time before they actually do. So we just have these in. I'm gonna put this in for, let's say, 25, just because it's bad in my opinion. And we put in some obsidian ore for, let's do 8. That one. And this is all pets I've hedged myself. I haven't purchased these pets, so that is, where's that? That's 250, 500. That's about 550 tokens I've just made just selling this. I think this is also contributing to keeping the game alive, as well as rolling dice. But the most important thing I feel like is that they make season pass as well as achievements, and especially daily rewards. Like this is a thing that makes it very attractive and addictive, is that people can come back every day for 50 days and get a free cover, but that not a lot of people will actually get, because not most people play a game 50 days in a row. Like, it's kind of crazy. So I do think that it's addictive in a way, but at the same time they need to load XP. For the season pass, it's just too much. It's just way too low troops. So I don't think the game is gonna die, or I don't think it's gonna stay alive for like 2 years. I think maybe one, maximum 2 years, and then it's gonna be like 2,000 players on update days. Yeah, unless they start cooking a lot, because right now it's kind of short updates, like short-term content. So yeah, I think we'll actually just cut it off right here. And let me know down below if you guys think this game is dying or if it's actually doing good. And consider subscribing to the channel as well as liking the video. Helps me out a ton and makes me very happy. So I appreciate everyone that does it. Thank you so much. And I will just see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.